Peace and welcome back to another episode of New York Minute. I'm your host, Nymbus, and today I came to talk to y'all about a song off my EP, Harlem to Dallas. This song was recorded in Dallas, produced in Dallas, and distributed in Dallas. This song is for the swangers, the slabs, the people pulling out their cars as soon as the sun come out and it's about 70 degrees outside. The tailgate is lit. And for the people that are really, really into car culture, you know. When I was a young lad, I lived in Louisville, Kentucky with my mama, right across the street from my grandmama. And we lived in the West End, right next to Shawnee Park. Shawnee Park is a very famous park. One for, just the summertime. They had basketball courts, you know what I'm saying? The park I had seen a lot of things in. And one of the main things being cars, especially around Thunder over Louisville and Derby. That time period is when the city is like the most alive. Of course, 4th of July and all the other holidays, but Louisville is a special town because it has its own holidays. Thunder over Louisville and Derby. If you lived in Louisville, you know what I'm talking about. So during this time period, a lot of people bring out their cars. So that was the time period when I saw my first slabs, the first candy paint Chevy, on 24s or sometimes 26s. Like I never saw cars so decked out before and before like anything else, because in New York, there's a New York car culture, but that's what BBS logo is about. But when it comes to butterfly doors, that's for the South. From Louisville to Texas to even Florida, like that's the South. I really reminiscent, like that song is reminiscent of PD Pablo, Raise Up. PD Pablo, Raise Up, produced by Timbaland, is an anthem that I think a lot of people from the 90s and early 2000s grew up listening to. When you heard that song, North Carolina, raise up, take your shirt off, twist it around your head like a helicopter. That is an anthem that rings and is nostalgic, and I think will be a forever classic. And so Butterfly Doors is reminiscent of that era, of that time period where, we was running around white wife beaters that were like kind of dusty. You know what I'm saying? Or the white tee era, and even before the Crank That era, there was an era of bangers from the South. You know what I'm saying? From Nellyville to Pimp Juice to Luda with, top back on my money. Like, fam, imagine having an anthem for the South, in modern day, in 2025, and now we're in 2026, but I made that joint back in, a couple years back, and I really wanted to make a anthem. That's why I chopped it up like that. Like, when PD came to visit Dallas, and I was like, bro, you got to pull up to the crib. We got to make a joint. I got joints for you. And PD and me go way back. We used to work together at Marcus Fox Theater off of Randall Road back in like 07, 08. And he was always fresh, you know what I'm saying? And I was always fresh too back then. And there's so many people that came and went there, and there's certain people that just stood out. And PD was one of all those people that always stood out to me. So cheers, my brother. And, eventually we just started chopping it up at work. Next thing you know, I find out, I kick it with him after work one day and realized like, this dude is a genius. And this was way before I started making music. I was just doing my thing. But I say all that to say, when I first started Butterfly Doors, I knew the chop was dope, but I didn't have the equipment to do what needed to be done. And so when PD came into town, I showed him the sample. It was like, bro, like if you chop this up and add the drums the way I added some mediocre drums and just replicated it in your own way, it would go. Sure enough, we went to the little clubhouse area in the apartment complex, and he started chopping it up. I'm gonna put the little clip here above this video. And he went from chopping it up to really making something dope. And then, I started rapping to it right then and there, because I already had like an idea for it. And once he sent me that beat, I went to my homie Nate. Shout out Nate. I want to definitely tag you in this video, bro, because you're the engineer that made this song happen. And I want to make sure the credit is given where it's due. So shout out to PD and shout out to Nate, because without y'all, I wouldn't have been able to make Butterfly Doors. And yeah, man, when I got to Nate's studio, I told him about it, told him about the concept. Next thing you know, it was created. And so the first verse is I'm a west side baby with an east side flow. PD beats going crazy, but they need 5 more. From the land of the players where we all drive slow. And them 92 Chevys with the butterfly doors. I'm a west side baby, cause I lived in the West End. Where the east side flow, cause I'm from Harlem/Brooklyn, New York. East Coast. PD beats going crazy, about to need 5 more. From the land of the players where we all drive slow. And them 92 Chevys with the butterfly doors. And I chose 92 because I was born in 1992. And I love box Chevys from the 90s, especially the early 90s. With the butterfly doors. Engines hot, I'm rolling. Ricochet, the bullets floating. Once at level 5, start ghosting. Any scene these niggas holding. Hoping for another token. Tapping hearts and ego stroking. Ain't no contact or emotion. And the real G steady toasting. On a couch they steady loafing. Never social, they just posting. Media in hopes of blowing. While I'm out here shining golden. With a queen, her aura golden, there's no drippy super soaking. Life a gamble, so I'm rolling all the dice and all the potions. Kill the lights because I'm floating. Final flash causing commotion. Hand time weaving with devotion. Dopamine, the rush is rolling. Spit hot fire, lava, molten still sub-zero. Ice cold frozen, which fatality is chosen. Your reality is broken. On the track, I'm Usain Bolt and breaking records like they Trojans in exotic Nova Scotians. Oh, the referee is spoken. I can't sponsor no promotions till the bag come in with some commas in the beach house by the ocean. I'm a west side baby with an east side flow. PD beats going crazy, but they need 5 more. From the land of the players where we all drive slow. And the 92 Chevys with the butterfly doors. And so, that's a little breakdown of Butterfly Doors by Flying Nymbus. And I hope y'all enjoy it. Make sure y'all play it in the summer when the weather is perfect for it. My allergies are going crazy right now, so I'm about to end this podcast, but this has been another episode of New York Minute. Thank you for tuning in. Have a blessed day, blessed night, and a great year. Peace.